Easy? Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzen Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula 1, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hub 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, videos, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sport Hub for all the updates and analysis.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come.
Of course, look how far we've come. Brand new Monday, brand new sports talk show here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. The first Monday in the month of October, year 2024. I tell you the sun is down this evening and our energy is up. Cool, calm, collected, cozy, raining. West Monday evening in the industrial city of Lagos. I Impact citizens, top of the evening sports fans, top of the evening listeners, and welcome to Sports Up Show. One place where we get to preach the gospel of sport to you for 60 minutes. All of the in-swingers, all of the lancer passes, the slams, and the dunks. Talk about the top stories that are currently making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, sometimes dramatic, and the controversial world of sports. And I tell you all of the big stories coming through for you this evening, because the late night bed has gone all around the world to catch this course, and we will be willing, more than willing, to serve them to you just the way you like it. We'll talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League, match week 5 already, 2 managers down. How many more to go? We don't know just yet, but on authority, we have it. Our Lobby Stars changed our administration and changed their coach. Well, for Coach Bright, I feel like he doesn't want that tag sacked. That was why he had to resign. I mean, they will always tell you to leave when the ovation is loudest, and I think I kind of like what Ikorodu City did, because unlike Sporting Lagos, sorry I'm making reference to that team, but it is what it is, yeah. I'll be looking forward to see further statements as to who is going to be replacing Coach Bright or Zadiegbe, who has now left his position as the head coach of Ikorodu City. I didn't get to win any game, but he managed to win just 1 point in 5 matches for the Oga Boys. Away from that, we'll also talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, as well as tiptoeing through all of the major leagues across Europe. Matches went down for Tottenham Hotspur. Ange Postecoglou came out and said, guys, I cannot tell you that this is what happened. I felt like this is the first time I'm managing a team in my life. From 2-0 up in the first half of the game, and I feel like they had the pep talk, and the pep talk they had, the players came out and did the reverse of it. Because how on earth are you going to allow 3 goals come in, could not get a leveler just to settle for a draw? well, for a particular team, the manager came out and told us, well, my boys have done well by managing to get a point at the Villa Park. And then the hierarchy, it was said that they were there last night, yesterday afternoon, by the way, and they were smiling. What type of smile is that one? Is this that they are trying to deceive him? You know, now in Yoruba parents tell you, Erika. Okay, we see what is going to happen with Manchester United. And for Chelsea, no Palmer scoring, no goals for Chelsea. Abi, Palmer no score, Man U no score. I think that's right. All right, welcome to the show this evening. We also talk about basketball. For the very first time in the history of basketball, we have now finally seen a father-son play together. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times in the world of football, and we've also seen, children following their father's legacy. But a very long time in the world of basketball. LeBron and Bonnie both played, but then it is sad to say that the Los Angeles Lakers they lost out to the Phoenix Suns in their first preseason match of the NBA season. Also be talking about a couple bits coming through from the world of tennis, as well as going straight into the Super Eagles camp. Guys, so much to talk about, so much to look into. But guess what? I'd like you to make welcome with me on the show this evening. Two gentlemen. But guys, the only issue I'm having this evening is that the two of them are Manchester United fan. How are you guys feeling this evening? Let me start from Warit. Warit, welcome to Sports Hub this evening.
Good evening, Ayodeji.
Good evening to you.
The way you started this show, it's quite suspicious. You're already saying no good for Kopaba, no good for United. I don't know where. See, I know this team we had one day, but for this period, let our our enemies enjoy this battle for this short period of time.
Your enemies. So yes. I mean, as a United fan, you know that United has enemies.
You know, it's friendly now. We don't have a lot of fans. Okay,
before I let you go now, tell me, what has been your highlight or sporting actions for the weekend? I mean, we were last year on Saturday.
Last year on Saturday. The Barcelona part yesterday, I did not watch any match, and that's because of I knew that United.
So you cannot take from your pocket to say I want to go and pay at the Vincent Center to watch United.
To watch.
But you have subscription on your phone.
Or you put that in the screen. That's the other. Well, if I have to say my highlights, I have to take my word back. Golf actually won the China Open. I have to give her the credits because I've always been thought that she is not yet at that level, but she proved me wrong against it.
I think this is the 8th WTA title she's winning.
Yeah, she's winning.
Amazing from the young star, by the way. All right, thank you, Waris, for joining the Sports Hub show once again this evening. And then, of course, I've got Abdul. Yeah, I think Abdul is the new Anthony Martial. It comes on 1 week. He goes away. Welcome to the show, Abdul.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah. I think with the way United are doing, I don't think I really enjoy watching my team. Yes, I know I'm a football fan.
Okay.
So I watch a lot of games, but then I feel like I need my team to do better.
This is not the United deal.
Like last season was so bad that we were all hoping that this season will just be
better. Yeah.
But now this season is starting, and we are starting on, if not on a worse note.
United are currently 14th on the log. 5 goals scored, 8 goals conceded. Just 1 point in 7 matches.
I feel like it's the start of the season. You can be 14, but then what points are you on? How many goals have you scored? Those are the things that matters in games like this. And I think it's very bad. I don't know why they are why the owners are being reluctant to change the manager. And I feel like even
wait, you think by now Eric should have been shown the exit door?
Yes, and I will say why, because I feel like last season was so bad that we also thought he would be gone at the end of the season. The FA Cup basically saved him last season. So this season, from the start, we want to see something changing. We want to see better football. We want to see, because now this is his 3rd season in. So I feel like all that excuse of giving him more time, we're giving him 2 years. 2 years of rubbish. Yes, you can say the Ineos just came
2 years of no identity.
Yes. like I feel like a lot of people that are still Tenak in are arguing that Ineos just came in, the structure of the club just
changing.
Like we've made those changes now, and let's see how we go. But then, like, the games are not even giving you anything to be encouraged about. It's like from bad to worse. Yes, Villa, like we like some other fans are saying we didn't lose to Villa. But Villa were bad in that game. They didn't really play
like the Aston Villa. Maybe the Aston Villa that defeated Bayern Munich in their Champions League match.
They didn't really play well in that game.
Aston Villa had a bad game.
They had a bad game, and that's why we were able to get the draw. So now, if you're happy that yes, and the worst part is seeing a 36-year-old Johnny Evans being the best player on the pitch in that game, it
says a lot.
Yes, it says a lot for every single player there. It says a lot.
They should cover their faces.
Yes, for the character, for the passion, for the fight that Johnny Evans could put in that game, even for Johnny Evans,
because he knew what it means to be a United player. Yes. I mean, I think that is one thing that it is now very much missing in that particular United dressing room right now. Look at Arsenal. Look at the way these boys play together. Yeah. If one person is not doing the job, another person comes in to make sure that yes, there is no no lapses in that particular Arsenal squad. Take a look at them against Manchester. I know a lot of fans will be referring to that match against Manchester because I think that is the best Arsenal have played, and maybe the best they are going to play this season, making sure that they play their heart out in that game. But United, I cannot say the same about them. Okay, welcome to the Sports Hub. You can tell it's going to be a Sportilicious ride on the show this evening, and in case you're just joining us for the very first time, we serve a Sports Hub show on Mondays and Wednesdays between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Fridays 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. Saturdays 2 p.m. down to 3 p.m. You can definitely join us on our Facebook fan page at impact radio 102.1 FM. We're also live on our YouTube channel at impact 102.1 FM, as well as X, which is formerly Twitter, at impact 102.1 FM. To the switch of the back of the net right now, let us get the show on the round. We'll start with talks from the Nigerian Premier Football League. I always tell you, charity begins at home, and I'm a big fan of that.
For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on Impact 102.1 FM. This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show, the Sports Up here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Now going straight into all of the stories that we've got for you, because definitely it's so much to talk about, so much to look into. I'll be looking to cover all of the major actions that went down this weekend, taking your reactions as well. The phone lines is definitely 0700 1021 1021 0700 1021 1021. Drop us your message on our Facebook fan page as well as our YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. Now let's talk about the matches that went on in the MPFL. Match day 5 encounters, guys. Looks like we are now back to default setting. 8 home wins, 2 draws, no away wins in match day 5, and I tell you right now, there's been a reshuffle at the top of the log. One match was concluded today, the one that was played at the Albert Township Stadium, because it was said that the floodlights refused to work. But then we are not taking that into context. I mean, that is a Nigerian thing, of course. It is meant to happen. Our country is gone. We are praying to God that it does not fall.
It's not meant to happen. But I feel like we are used to it.
We are used to it. That's why.
No one is surprised. No one is surprised about the news like that. But it's not meant to happen. There should be changes to things like that.
Okay, I should retract that. Yes. That is not meant to happen.
We are used to it. As Nigerians, there's no one that will be surprised with that type of news. But then we need to do better.
All right, let's quickly start from here. Remo Stars, after 4 match days, it feels like the Sky Blue Stars they were flying so high, but Kwara United had a different plan, and this is United's first home win in the league this season. Their first 3 points, by the way, defeating the high flying Remo Stars.
This is kind of a reality check for Daniel Ogumodede and his boys. Kwara United doesn't have a good start to the season.
Of course.
You could remember at the start of the season, there was a change in manager where Kabiru Dogo and Sude Sani came in. And we saw the first match of the season for Kwara United. They lost at home to Niger Tornadoes. After that, they drew to the likes of
they played Academy Warriors.
Academy Warriors was postponed.
They've not played the game, of course.
They've not played the game. And also, It's the only point that they are able to gather. And you know one thing about the APFL table is that it's fun. A team that have started the season on fire with 4 games, 4 wins from 4 games, now are third on the APFL table. Just a loss have dragged them, because you consider that just a loss could bring you down from the top to
MPFL fun, you go.
Yeah, exactly. That's how competitive it is. For Kwara United, the only goal was scored by Shola Abdul.
Shola Abdul, in the second half of that game. Yeah, I saw the goal. The goal,
It's good for Kwara United. If you are looking at it from the positive side, it's good for them. But for Remo Stars, now is that you are not yet there. You have a lot of work to do. And for Daniel Ogumodede and his boys, this can be a kind of setback. It's now left for them. Or now they bounce back from this defeat against Kwara United.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
I feel like the next game, like you said, the next game is very important for them now, because if they slip up in the next game, then that could just take the confidence downhill.
Yeah.
And I feel like then you need to know that yes, even though you are flying on form, even though you are one of the best teams in the league, Kwara United can come to you as the underdog and get that win. And I think that should be a confidence booster for Kwara United too, going into the next couple of games. So now it shows you that this league is as competitive as it should be.
As ever.
Anyone that if you lose a game, you are going down, and if you win, you are going up. So everybody needs to be on their game.
Remo Stars' next game is going to be against Nasarawa United. Nasarawa United, fine. This match week, they also were not able to get the maximum points they were supposed to get against. I think that was Bayelsa United, if I'm not mistaken. And then Bayelsa United definitely played out a 0-0 draw against them there. The league right now is being said that we only have two teams that are still currently unbeaten. Talk about Ekane Warriors and Rivers United. Rivers United, guys. I think I was mentioning to you off air that right now it looks like Coach Finidi George really was not the problem with the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yes, I feel like there were a lot of behind the scenes stuff with Finidi George, and not just that. Coming in, I feel like we as Nigerians, we don't really. I don't want to say we prepare those foreign coaches or something, and. Because this is our league. If you can do it in our league, you should be able to do. Yes, I know it's a different level of players, but these players, a couple of them started from this league also. So I feel it's just that time to entrust the Super Eagles in the hands of someone and give him that time to be able to work with those players. Yes, there will be some issues. There will be some issues with the players because of the egos, because of different things going on in the dressing room. But then. It's in his time. I feel like it wasn't given enough time to show what he can do with those players. But still, he going back into the
Nigerian Premier Football League,
the NPFL, and now he's still showing that yes,
I'm
I've
not
lost
mastermind.
anything. And I feel like it's good for him too. It's bragging right for him that yes, you guys are like yes, now we are kind of trying in the last two games, and now this we hope that continues.
Right now, 5 matches into the season, he's unbeaten. He's played against his former employees, that is Eyimba. He went there, defeated them at home, and now unbeaten in the league. Guys, what do you think will happen at the end of the season if by peradventure Coach Finidi George and Rivers United wins the NPFL?
I just think that it's proving his doubters wrong, because all the old issues that he had with the Super Eagles now is showing that it was not just about the tactics. It's more about the personal issues he had with some of the players. Now with Rivers United, he started the season against an Atlant side. No, it was not an Atlant, against a Bayelsa United side. I could remember that game.
He played out a draw in that one.
He collected the red card in that match, and he was able to see out a draw against a Bayelsa United. After that, he has defeated the likes of Eyimba, now defeating an Akwa United side, which is just to show how tactical he is. Don't let us forget that Akwa United coach, that's Mohamed Baba Ganaru, has been a veteran when it comes to the NPFL. He has won the NPFL title twice on 2 occasions with Kano Pillars, and that just to show that after getting that maximum point against them, now they are sitting top of the NPFL table with 13 points. So now Finidi George, he has a lot of work to do in order to show that what he did with Eyimba wasn't a fluke, and the outing he had with the Super Eagles. If he wins the NPFL title, then he has shut a lot of people down with the statement by winning the NPFL title. If he does it,
and also I feel like this, we as football fans, to play IFC of a team too, he enters. like he affects us a lot, because if you like a player, sometimes you don't want that player to be criticized for no reason at all.
Even when we know that this person is wrong,
and sometimes we take sides of those players when we don't actually even know what's going on. It might be the players that is
behind the scene.
Yeah, so I feel like if you are beginning a coach to work with the players, you need to give him time, and you need to entrust that squad in his hands for him to be able to do the job.
Free hand.
And I think we've not done that. I just wish, yes, if Eguavoen is coming back again, and if he can, for the next 2 games, let's see an improvement of what we've seen. If possible, if they can give him the job and maybe try to right their wrongs by giving him that job and see what he can do in the long term. But then Finidi George, he will just want to continue that fine form and the fine display he's doing with his boys, and just keep going.
All right, now,
at a time.
I mean, guys, let's take a look at the Nigerian Premier Football League now. Now being, should I call it, a colossus of the top managers in the Nigerian football setting. earlier yesterday, or should I call it earlier this morning, we had an authority that Eugene Agbabe has now been, sacked by the authorities of Lobby Stars because of their poor run of form in the league this season. And guess what? We now have the, should we call it legend now? Because, I mean, it's what to be called that. I think it was part of the 94 squad, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, Daniel Amokachi now taking charge as the technical advisor of Lobby Stars just after Austin Egbebebe, Eugene Agbagbe was sacked from his job. Now we have Daniel Mokachi, we have Emmanuel Amunike, we have Finidi George, we have Imama Akpaboma with Abia Warriors. I mean, there's Ladamboso with Bayelsa United as well. There's likes of Kabir Dogo that we just mentioned with Nasarawa United. Look at these top managers. Do you see the competition coming in? Not forgetting the other two that are now with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Fidelis and Daniel.
I feel like it's just like a reunion. Okay. Because but it's a good thing to have ex Super Eagles players or ex players of
super football.
Yes, of football coming into the managerial positions. Because I feel like in the last couple of years, we all thought maybe like our ex-players are not good when it comes to managing, because they were all just running away from any managerial position. But now we are seeing all of them coming and taking jobs in the NPFL, and we know the NPFL is not the best of the league, and for them to take a job there, and if it works out, that means you are showing that.
You know that before now, we normally tell these people that it is not just about you gunning for the job of the Super Eagles. Exactly. Come and start from the NPFL. If you see what we're doing with the NPFL, then we can be the ones that will do the clarion call that put this person in charge.
And I feel like that's also testament to the NPFL improving. Because I feel like, yes, we are still a long way to where we want to be. But in the last 2, 3, 4 years, we've seen changes when it comes to the NPFL. And anyone looking at the future of how the NPFL is going, we hope it gets better from there and wants to be part of something. And as an ex-player, you want to challenge yourself. Yes, you want to take that managerial position that it will be easy, but then you can work, prove that yes, I can actually do this job. Then you can get the bigger jobs outside, maybe Nigeria or something. But then you need to show us here first that yes, I can do it.
Just to add to what he has said. You have 3 X94 sets now. Amonike, Finidi George, and now the addition of Daniel Mokashi. You could remember Oda Stificashi. He was also the assistant coach during this period, and he has shown that over the time he has an experience. And what we want is now, most of these NPFL players look up to these players because they are the set of people who have gone international, and we are watching. They watch this set of players play. Look at what Ahmed Musa did during the weekend.
Came back and blitzed 2 goals.
You could see that
should have been an hat-trick.
Exactly, missed the penalty. Now these players would have respect when it comes to ex-players. They know that these players have gone to the top, and they know what it takes to actually play at the top level.
But wait, let me now ask you something. Sorry, I cut you short here. I want to talk about the game between Kano Pillars yesterday. That was in the game. They played against Sunshine Stars. Look at that, Ahmed Musa's first goal. Is that not a testament to the fact that Nigerian player or NPFL players are somewhat lazy? Because look at that pace to score that first goal.
No, but I feel like Ahmed Musa is fast. So yes, you can say you can slate the defender.
That's too much, I think.
But still, like we all know, Ahmed Musa has a very good pace.
Of course.
But I feel like we need to see this Ahmed Musa topic is something we need to see more of it. In the sense that I don't want the NPFL to be like a retirement place for these players. But then it's always good when you know you're coming to the end of your career, come back to the NPFL, like. Pick a team that's like your state team, play for like a year or 2. That will also help the fans. I feel like now we are seeing a lot more fans being involved in the NPFL. But then if you have like an Igalo now coming to play for a Lagos-based team or something for the last 2 years of his career, I think that will pull in more crowd, pull in more revenue, like sales of shares. All these things too is part of football. The business of football is also there, and these clubs need to make money. And I feel like then if you see more of that, we'll have a little bit of still quality, because you can see the quality of Ahmed Musa playing in that match to the likes of some of the other players. And it's not as if he's a young player, but then he's bringing in that quality, that experience. He play like a couple of, if it's just a year or 2, then he retires, and that would be like I don't think there's any best way to retire than playing on that pitch with your homegrown fans.
Abbas said something that about Ahmed Musa, you could see the maturity, you could see the exposure, and there's one other word he used. I've forgotten the word. That actually showed that you see a clear difference. It's actually, it almost plays the reality. There's a clear difference between someone that's
the way he plays outside and then comes back to play in the NFL. All right, I mean, we still got a lot of talks to talk, but this is not the Just Football show, guys. So let's quickly wrap this up. Let's quickly talk about CAF Confederations Cup before we talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The list came out Saturday evening, and we've seen the additions and, of course, the subscriptions due to injury. But right now, CAF Confederations Cup, the groupings. Group A, there's Simba SC, there's CS Vaccine, there's CS Constantine, there's FC Bravos. Group B, we have RS Bakeni, there's Ted Millian, there's Telesburg, there's City Luanda Slu. In Group C, there's USM Ojas, there's ASEB Mimosas, there's ASL Jarab, there's Orapa United. And in Group D, guys, my first point of call is, why do we have 2 Egyptian teams in Group D? Fine, maybe because it's not going to the next round here, so it is being allowed because it's still the group stage. And then there's Ayimba and then Black Bulls. Now, big question: do you see Ayimba getting through 2 North African teams? I mean, in the CAF Conditions Cup.
I feel like me, I'm this person that I'm always kind of optimistic. I know that on paper, Ayimba, they said
a tough one,
they said they know, say their chance is slim. No, even me, they are playing like that.
He said I don't be
they know that their chance is slim. But then I feel like with the right mindset, with the right preparation, and just going for it and just believing in yourself, there's nothing that can happen. Because I feel like we've seen games that the underdogs or the teams you write off come and just show that yes, I'm here. At least just get a win in one of those games. Like even if you're going to go out with your head high and just show that yes, we can perform against this
top sides.
Yes, this top sides. And I think that's very important for them, their confidence, and now they will show us how prepared they are to challenge in the CAF Champions League.
Okay, just to point out. First of all, Zamalek were the winner of last Confederations Cup. They won the Super Cup. Now, let us assume that you will find it difficult to beat that team. You have Al Masry. Al Masry finished behind Zamalek in the Egyptian League. Zamalek finished third. They finished fourth. And also, they are a team who are usually participating when it comes to CAF Confederations Cup. The last Nigerian team they played was Enugu Rangers, and they defeated Enugu Rangers. Were not able to defeat Al Masry during that period, that CAF Confederations period. Just to show where we are. Like you said, you asked the question, why do we have 2 Egyptian teams? When it comes to CAF competitions, we just have 4 groups. And the same way we used to have, based on the league you are, the top league you are, you know that the EPA used to have 4 slots, and other countries, maybe the Norway, don't have the slots that
that is limited.
That England have. That's just what is happening. The best teams when it comes to the club competitions in Africa,
based on the coefficient,
are from the North Africans. That's why they're having more teams when it comes to CAF Competitions Cup. And majority of the teams don't even play the first round of the
of course. Don't forget that Ayimba as well did not play the first round.
Had that privilege. So now it's left for Ayimba. The whipping boys in the groups looks like Black Bulls of the Mozambique. Ayimba have to get the maximum points against that team to put themselves in a good position to qualify out of that group.
All right, still talking football on the show here. I mentioned Riley that this is not a football show, but we got a lot of talks to talk about. The under-20 we are now monitoring that they are now going to be training at the stuff of the Remo Stars because the coach Ali Zubari says he wants a new ground and he wants to ground these players very well. But away from that, let's talk about the Super Eagles now. And the list where it's been said that Eguevon has picked Ekong, Lukman, and 20 others. But major omissions, Olisanda is not, injured, but he gets dropped this time around.
I feel like
I want to go through the list now.
Okay.
Look, you said Olisanda is dropped. Let us forget the last time out. Osai Samuel had to have injury before Olisanda was able to.
So because Osai is fit and is back in the squad, that was why Olisa is out. Okay.
I just feel like it should not be like that. Because Olisa is doing well. He's doing well with his
he won the 8th title just last night.
Yeah. And I feel like
and if you check Bright Osai Samuel, he's just played 58 minutes for Fenerbahce this season. 58 minutes.
No, see, the person who should have been in that list when it comes to the defense, I kind of think is
Tanimo,
Benjamin Tanimo.
Well, people are saying that he has a strong godfather.
but that is, I feel like that's the reason why things like this, like what you just mentioned, come up. Because then, if you see a player playing regularly for his club side, just won a trophy yesterday, and maybe because he's playing in the South African League, he's not being called up. But you have like almost every player playing in, even he was playing in Israel. Like at some point, the highest scorer in Israel was a Nigerian. John Ogua, what is his name? I remember that guy they scored there for Israel. all those.
There's another one I saw just a couple of, I think Adepoju something like, in one Slovakia. Someone had to advise him, like, if this boy knows what he's doing, let him just nationalize himself and become their player and just become a legend.
They plenty. I was checking this Sporting Lagos guy, Jonathan Aluku.
He
has moved to
an
Austrian B team. I checked that they are squad. They are like 3 Nigerian players. All of them did there.
The list on most occasions used to prove that he's telling FFA players that if you want to get into the list,
you have to move out.
Yes.
See, Amasu Basoge left Bedell Insurance
to go to Tanzania.
Ethiopia League.
Yeah. Ethiopia, not
Ethiopia League.
Yeah. Before he gets called up.
Tanimu was never called up to the Super Eagles until he went outside to the Tanzania League.
Yeah, okay. It was when we went to Tanzania. From Tanzania now to Crawley Town, where he's not played a game.
See, Sadiq Ismail of Remo Stars. Based on recent form.
Yeah.
He's better than Benjamin Tanimu, but because one is playing in Europe and
one is playing in the NPFL,
and that's why a lot of these players just look for a way to just move to, even though it's Austrian.
Now let's talk about the attacking force. Taiwo Awoniyi, I mean, I'm a big fan of Big Awo, but of course, he's not been that, on form this season. You have the likes of Josh Maja, there's Siri Desas with Rangers, a couple of other strikers who you would feel should be playing, for the Super Eagles right now, but then Taye is still getting called. Don't forget that the last 2 matches he didn't even feature.
I feel like this list, if like say they already don't draft him down. Now to just see the only thing I would just remove that person if the person is injured. Because Awoniyi, Chris Wood, at Nottingham Forest has benched Awoniyi this season. And
I think he came on in one game and then he got substituted right after.
Yeah, so like he has not really performed any, like you can't tell me that he's even on form because he's not even playing. But you have players that are playing and delivering in games, and you are not calling them into the side.
And there's Alazan Yusuf too. Well, let's go through the list right now. It's been said on authority that Stanley Nwabali and also Amaso Basoje are the first players to resume in camp. The camp officially opened today ahead of the game that is going to be played this Friday, 11th of this month. And then we are having a controversial referee, the Malawian referee, who is going to be the center referee of that particular game. Taking a look at the players right now, Stanley, there's Maduka Okoye, who also it's been said is one of the goalkeepers with the highest number of clean sheets in the Italian Serie A this season already. Do you think there should be a debate about we seeing Maduka come on in place of Stanley right now?
No, I don't think. I think Stanley is doing a good job, and if you are doing a good job, I don't think there's any cause for you to change, because change now. Like I feel like the defenders are also used to him now being like defenders, the keepers. You need to steady that. They need to know that yes, this is the person I have in goal, and these are the players in front of me, and you can build. Because if you keep chopping and changing, then before you can change, Nwabali has to be doing something that is not
wrong.
Good. But for now, I think it's steady.
Okay, now let's call it a wrap on football talks. Now we'll still go back to football because we have to talk about European football. But now let's go straight into the world of basketball. Impact citizens, don't forget you can be a part of the show this evening, Sports Up Show on your number one urban lifestyle station, Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Okay, 0668. Please do well to call us back. We're now going to take your call 0700 1021 1021, as well as Paul. You can do well to call us back 0700 1021 1021. Now we're talking about basketball. Yesterday, or should I say earlier this morning, LeBron and Bronny made this child the first father and son though in the NBA. Though Bronny could not get to get any points for himself, no basket, but he get a couple of rebounds. But for LeBron, as always, his 22nd season and looks like he's not about getting tired already. They are now claiming a piece of history, becoming the long-awaited first appearance alongside each other for the Los Angeles Lakers. 118-114. They lost to Phoenix Suns.
Yes, for LeBron James and his son Bronny James.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of, was it back in 2002 where Bronny was still a baby. Now come back to after 22 years.
Yeah.
He's already,
I think he marked his 20th birthday on Sunday.
he's already a man and he's playing alongside his father. It's good achievement for both basketball players.
Yeah.
And they haven't started their preseason game quite well. They lost their first match against Timberwolves. That's 124-107. And this time around, losing against Phoenix Suns just by 4 points. And for Lakers, they have a lot of work to do. Don't let us forget that towards the end of last season, after they got snuck out of the NBA playoff, they sacked their manager, that's Devian, and the current manager is JJ Redick. A lot of people have said it's LeBron's appointment because Redick is a friend. LeBron is a friend, a podcast friend, because both of them are kind of running a podcast, basketball podcast. Now he's the one in charge of the Lakers. He has a lot of work to do. He was in the last 3 years we saw, or last 4 years we saw Lakers win the NBA title. But since then, they have been kind of up and down. Last season, they won the season tournament.
Not that consistent.
They have a lot of work to do. If you are relying on the 39-year-old to still be your star man, we saw yesterday game, he had the highest points for the Lakers, and they have a lot of work. The likes of Anthony Davis, Achimura, and also Russell have to step up their game because at this point, you can't be relying on Bronny James. Is just a rookie. You will not expect a lot of things from him.
But then, if you talk about him being a rookie, I mean, we saw what a rookie Wembanyama did last season as well. I mean, you cannot just say because he's a rookie, he's not supposed to perform up to par.
But I feel like with that, like I agree with what you are saying, that he can be the one to step up and just take that.
Yeah, because I mean, a couple of games when Victor Wembanyama is not up to par, then you already tell that this game there's something going to be wrong.
If you are looking at based on stats, then that Bronny is not the person to rely when it comes to getting those points. He's more of a defensive player than an attacking player. So I don't think in normal scenario you rely on Bronny to actually be the one to take the team to where they are supposed to be. Maybe has that talent, and you could see that there have been a lot of hype before him coming into the NBA.
Well, wait, I know this is not a debate here, but I still said what I said. Because let's take a look at the stats. He played 71 games last season. He had 21.4 points. Field goals was 46.5. His 3 points were 32.5.
Do you know why during the draft there's always a first round pick and be a overall
pick? Yeah.
Maybe it was first. You know what position this guy was? He was the second round 59th pick.
Yeah.
To show that he's not just see law speciality. If it's not because of LeBron,
maybe some might never. So you think that there's a bit of politics in Bronny joining Los Angeles?
I can like with what you just said. I can tilt towards that too. That it's not as if it's like
this
top player. Top player. So he's just there for the. I feel like the marketing, the hype, everything too,
for Los Angeles, yeah.
So, but regardless, if that's what he really wants to do, because we saw a certain David Beckham's son, retiring from football. And going into fashion.
Even Enzo Zidane as well. Enzo Zidane retired. He is 29 now. I think he retired just last month as well.
Because
Zinedine Zidane's son.
Yes. Because I feel like sometimes we mistake the father doing something to the son wanting to do something.
But we've seen sons support their father. Look at Justin Kluivert and Patrick Kluivert. Look at I think Pablo Maldini now and Paulo Maldini.
You will see certain instances. Yes, because if my father was Cristiano Ronaldo, I would love football.
Oh yeah, so we should look forward to Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. too.
I would love football, but even Cristiano said it in an interview with Leo Ferdinand. Like he's not pushing Cristiano Jr. to play professional football by force. It has to be his choice.
He wants to do something else.
Yes, because at some point he can just wake up one morning and say, I want to become a scientist.
Okay, guys, let's go from that place now. Let's go straight into the world of tennis right now. Well, not too good news coming through this evening. Naomi Osaka, we know that she got injured at the China Open, and she's told us that it was way before the China Open that she felt a little bit sprayed in her back. But then while training for the match against Coco Gauff, she felt like she pulled that back once again, and now she's now out for the remainder of the season, not just the China Open right now, because according to organizers, she's now out of the Japanese Open too. We wish her speedy recovery, because this is like she's just trying to get back on track, most especially with the US Open, where I think she made it to the third round of the US Open. Was it the second round before she got out injured in that one too?
Yes, it was the second round she got knocked out by Caroline Muchova. And now, even you think that she's already getting back to her groove, she has an injury which is kind of a setback for her. And hopefully, she'll be able to see her way through that injury and want to see the best of tennis from a top player, a two-time Grand Slam winner, Naomi Osaka. She already said she has a lot of expectation after the whole maternity, mental health. We will see the best of Naomi Osaka. Age is still on her side. She still has a lot.
You believe that she is still able to factor out something?
She can factor out something. During this China Open, I kind of see the Naomi Osaka of the old, but she lost to a top tennis player who later won the China Open. That's Coco Gauff.
Yeah, we're going to mention that now.
Injury she has is not quite good of it.
All right, just like you mentioned, Coco Gauff right now, she has now won her second title this season, winning 6-1, 6-3 against Karolina Muchova in the final of the China Open just yesterday, Sunday. She was 6th ranked, now the 20-year-old has become the youngest China Open champion in 14 years, also the second American champion in Beijing, following Serena Williams' title runs in 2004 and 2013. Now her 8th career title. Of course, she never gave her a chance to mention at the start of the show, but I mean, God shame my enemies.
I feel like it just boils down to determination, preparation. I feel like tennis is different from football, because football you are not the only one doing it, but tennis is all in your hands. If you can actually train well and just believe in yourself, anything can happen. And that's why I feel like as humans, you need all the confidence you can get and believing in whatever you want to do, facing it head on and just going all out for it. And sometimes, yes, you might have some setback here and there, but if you truly believe in your talent and you work really hard to achieve, there's nothing you can achieve, and we are seeing it with.
Okay, I mean, I win in Beijing now has now improved our chances of qualifying for the WTA finals that will feature 8 top players for the 3rd consecutive year. It's been said that she's going to be overtaking Jessica Pegula as the number 5 ahead of the WTA 1000 tournament of the season, which is the one Open that will start later today. And away from the WTA, we're going to talk about the ATP before we talk about other stories in the major European leagues. Jannik Sinner and also Carlos Alcaraz had to leave it late before they make it into the round of 16 of the Shanghai Masters. He overcame a 1-set deficit to rally to a 6-7, 6-4, 6-2 win over Thomas Martin Etcheverry at the Shanghai Masters. That's talking about Jannik Sinner. A night after winning the 250th career match with his straight set victory, the 23-year-old Italian faced the much tenor 3rd round test against number 37 ranked Argentine under the roof inside the Forest Sport City Arena. Sinner is now going to be playing against number 16 ranked Ben Shelton, who beat the Italian last year, or possibly maybe Robert Caball's Berna or Spain.
Yes, for Jannik Sinner now he's trying to prevent anybody from overtaking from the world number one ranking at the stance, and that's what is after the title. What a lot of tennis players look up to is being the number one when it comes to the ATP aspect. Don't let us forget that there's a certain Novak Djokovic also in this Shanghai Masters. So it's kind of an extra competition for the likes of Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz has, after the China Open, is now looking at getting a win at the Shanghai Masters in order to put pressure for Jannik Sinner. So I don't see that. What we want is we are going to see a lot of competition from this stage, because the others they are playing. So these 3 are made for course when it comes to the Shanghai Open.
Okay. But don't forget that 5th ranked Dan Medvedev also came from behind, 5-7, 6-4, 6-4 victory against Matteo Amaldi. He's now into the 4th round as well, and he's going to be playing against number 12 Stefano Tsitsipas or Alexander Muller.
So for Daniel Medvedev, we know what he can bring on his good day. But one thing he has to do if he wants to get further into the competition is when he faces one of these 3 that I mentioned, he has to bring him in his game. And hopefully maybe one of them will have also their body. But we have seen him I think he got to back-to-back US Open final, but he has not been able to win it. Now, this Shanghai Masters, there's no better way to do it by getting a win and add it to your singles title at the end of the year.
Okay, I mean, Stan Wawrinka has also been in action this afternoon, and then we are looking forward to see how that one is going to pan out, because don't forget, it's actually playing against Koboli right there in Shanghai, and yeah, we'll tell you what the outcome of that game is going to be before we call it a wrap on the package. And now let's go straight into the world of football, because so much to talk about, so much to look into. Top of the list is going to be the one man who a couple years ago, you can talk about him being one of the backbone of a certain Barca side. When you talk about tiki-taka, you know tiki-taka actually comes with, should I call them 3 names now? Has to be Xavi, Iniesta, and
Busquets.
Is it Busquets?
Yeah. The middle of the park.
Yeah.
Busquets, Iniesta, and
Xavi. So when you talk about tiki-taka, these 3 guys, I mean, one of them has actually called it a wrap by becoming a manager, but this man looks like he's going to, continue to go on and on and on. By the end of the day, he's now saying October 10, 10-10, he wants to call it a wrap. Iniesta.
Yes, Iniesta. He has achieved everything he wants in the world of football. Won the World Cup, won the Champions League on several occasions. Yeah, at one point in time, he was vying for the Ballon d'Or award. Now what he has achieved with Barca, he went to China.
Yeah.
At some point.
Played in UAE, played in Qatar.
See, he has played football. It's just a matter of time. When your body can't react to what you want to do, then there's no better way to it. I think when he's retired, one of them has already retired. That's Xavi, who is currently the manager. He's a manager. He's out of job.
Yeah.
But the only person left now is Busquets. And
maybe you're Messi. I think Messi met them, but you can talk about them being teammates.
See, when you are looking at football, when it comes to eye test, not just by stats, you will enjoy the football when you are watching the likes of André Iniesta play. Yes. A lot of people are clamoring. There have been questions of who has been the greatest ever Spanish player. The reason why Iniesta will enter that mix is because of the way he plays, what he has achieved, and even the greatest midfielder of all time. Your top 5, you will find André Iniesta.
Yes, he's one of the like, it's a legend in the world of football. Like when I tell people the enjoyment when you watch those 3 players play with Barca, then you enjoy football. The movement of the ball, fantastic. The passing, the IQ, like top notch, and that's what you want from every single player. I think, like, I would love to see a younger version of him. I think we are somewhat seeing something like that with, I think, Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad, but still.
But Zubimendi wants to be a one-man player, one-club player. Do you see it happening?
I don't see it happening. I see him living maybe in the next transfer window, because like he was linked to Liverpool
last year.
And I think with United at some point too. But then we understand that this transfer window was not the regular transfer window, because like a lot of clubs could not cough out a lot of money, like the 80 million, 90 million because of the FFP and PFA or whatever they call it. So I think at some point you would leave it to see that. But then let me not drift off from the legend. That was an upcoming player. But I think with Iniesta, it's at some point you need to call it a quit. Like when you feel like your body is not doing what you want to do.
I would say 20 children cannot play for 20 years.
Yes, 100. You just need to move, just to move on, and just like, we don't know if it's going to go into coaching and or going to, but I feel like players like that are players I want to see them
go into management.
They know about the game
because they know, like,
see Guardiola. And if you are looking at the top,
I think Guardiola is you taking it so far. Look at Xabi Alonso.
Yes, look at the top coaches. Always midfielder that
of course
they can see,
they can read
your
the
whole feet,
they can read
understand.
The game.
And one thing about players is that while you are with a top coach, you learn from them, and you know how when it comes to the tactical aspect goes. I think Iniesta could fit in into becoming.
But I feel like this what you are saying, yes, it actually was. But sometimes management is not always like that, because you don't only have midfielders in the game. You have the strikers, and I feel like sometimes the players you are working with too matters, because a certain Ruud van Nistelrooy came into Manchester United, and we as fans were excited that our strikers would start scoring, and since then we've not scored any goal. So I feel like sometimes.
But Marcus Rashford scored now.
Marcus Rashford scored, but then
scored, I think he now has 3 goals this season.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes.
Well, let's talk now.
It depends on those players, because then Wood Van Nistelrooy is not coming to the pitch to play. He can only pass the knowledge he has, and it now depends on how the players.
Talk about strikers. It just feels like maybe United strikers are not just don't want to fire. Because at the point in time, we had Benny McCarthy, who during his playing days as well, you know him to be out and out striker. Well, let's go away from that now. Let's go talk about, national teams are going into training now, and then a couple of talks are already being said, especially about Kylian Mbappe, where they are now criticizing him in France because he's keeping international games.
I don't think Mbappe has always played international games, so I think something has to be wrong for him to for him not to play, right? But I feel like with the media sometimes and the football fans sometimes, like I have a friend that actually criticizes Osimhen a lot and says he doesn't always want to play for Nigeria. So I feel like sometimes you have those thoughts in our head that maybe this player is not giving enough for the national team. But then we are not the physios, we are not the backroom staff. We don't know what exactly is going on with these players to say for a fact that this player is not just playing or doesn't want to play for the countryside. So that's the thing. I feel like there's a lot involved. You could have a personal reason, you could have like an issue he's dealing with or something, and then you just need to give him that benefit of a doubt. And when he's fit, he comes on and he plays. And we've seen Mbappe perform for France in a lot of games, and he has played a lot of games. So I don't think one or two instances here and there should make you think that he doesn't want to play for.
Okay, away from that, now let's go talk about transfer bit. We are so close to January, and it's been said a couple of players will still be looking to change base. One of them is Samuel Chukwueze, who's saying he's no longer happy with AC Milan, and then maybe wants to move to the English Premier League. But still talking about Nigerian players, it's been said that Fenerbahce are also facing difficult times with Bright Osai Samuel. They want to extend his contract. They want to continue to give him €2 million, and he says no. He wants an increment and a 4-year contract. And if they're not going to do that, he also wants to move to the England, maybe with Southampton, with Leeds United, with Norwich City, or maybe French RC Lens. Do you see Bright leaving Fenerbahce?
But wants to get a future last. So even if you want him to play and feel like he should, I feel like with a lot of, you can talk about the passion and maybe football comes first or last or not, but you still need to make the money. You can't be playing in a team that you've performed for while playing for them, and you want an improved contract.
Yeah, you joined them 2021 and you can tell.
You want a better contract, and if they're not willing to pay, yes, I feel like in that team, yes, he has shown that yes, he can do a job and play well, but then changing teams also comes with its own different.
Nigerian players at Southampton, I'm not sure we are in any way compatible.
It has not worked out.
If you want to play top football, no doubt he might have. I could remember this Osai, was it the last season where he had a fight with one of the fans after the match? No doubt he has given result for Fenerbahce, but if he wants to stay at the top level, we should remain at that, because the clubs that you have mentioned, that's the Southampton. You could see
what about French Ligue 1, Arsenal?
I feel like
that's a good option.
But England, you think is too much?
With the French Ligue 1 teams, I feel like they are doing better now. I don't know what's with those Lens,
Brest
in particular. Like I followed them.
Brest and Brazil as a player.
Yes,
okay.
I've
no pun intended.
I've watched a couple of their games this season, and I think the Champions League game and all.
2 games, they've got 6 points.
Yes, and that shows that a lot of teams here are improving, and they are doing better when it comes to playing good football. So maybe Arsenal will be good, but even if you want to come to the Premier League, pick another team. Southampton, Joe Aribo for Southampton, I think he has even performed better for Nigeria than Southampton.
Yes, if you want to remain relevant.
In the Championship, he actually didn't do bad in the Championship.
But in the English Premier League.
But in the top flight hitters, they are not. Onuachu was even the worst.
Okay, right now he's still out of, he's not playing for them, and he's not with Trabzonspor right now. I'm not sure he's playing for Trabzonspor.
Onuachu is in Southampton now. He played during the weekend against Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. But then he's not like a regular when it comes to the lineup, the selection.
If you are looking at Onuachu, I think he made the wrong decision. At Genk, he was scoring a lot of goals.
He wants to play in the English Premier League. Don't blame him. All right, still talking about transfer bits now. We are monitoring that John Duran has now been given another contract till 2030. Amazing youngster right there, but the only thing that can make that 20-year-old boy to play is if Oli Watkins leave Aston Villa.
And I feel like John Duran taking that contract also is because they know that if they don't give him that contract, in the next transfer window, people are coming to sign him. And he has been coming in the second half and scoring goals, important goals. Look at the goal he scored against Bayern. Fantastic strike. That's a striker's finish. He took the chance out of nowhere, because then you can question Manuel Neuer for coming out of his line. Yeah, but then still for that striker to be able to take that ball
decision
immediately, it shows that yes, he has the instinct. And they have scored some fantastic goals this season already in the Premier League. But then I think they are giving that contract because they know there will be suitors coming to want to sign him away from Aston Villa.
All right, more transfer talks. It's also been said that Real Madrid are now searching for a right back to replace injured Dani Cavaya. We don't know who they are going to be going for right now. Okay. Talk and make everybody hear.
Like there were rumors that they were going for Trent, and Trent has not actually signed a new contract with Liverpool yet. Same as Van Dijk. I think Liverpool are treading on a very bad path now because
on a very long team.
And if these two guys leave, a lot is going to happen to Liverpool.
A lot will change. I feel like I know they will be actively working to get them a new contract, but I feel like they just want to know what Ancelotti is bringing in before they can even secure the next couple of years. Because I think if someone like Van Dijk signs any contract now, he's signing.
So you think this can happen in January? We have to wait till the summer.
Yeah, yes, it can. I feel like now he has just had a contract. If Liverpool don't sell now, he can go
for free this summer.
Exactly. So there's nothing that can happen, and you know when Madrid comes for you,
you have to go. That's it.
So Real Madrid, of course, they are like sitting on a gunpowder. Liverpool.
It will be a perfect replacement for Dani Cavaya. Don't let us forget there's a certain Vasquez in the team, but Vasquez is not at the level with what we are seeing with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So I know that Liverpool have to do, if they want Arnold to stay,
they need to get that contract now. Even before January, because once January comes, it's going to be.
Because you mentioned Liverpool, let's go talk about Jarrell Quansah has now signed a new long-term contract. He's also a 21-year who has 5 and made 35 appearances in all competitions since he made his debut last time, and then played twice this season already under Arne Slot.
But this Quansah I feel like he's somebody that can favor from Van Dijk leaving. Not. I feel like for his development, we saw him. He played defensive of the season. It was bad against Ipswich Town. They had to take him out in the first half. After the first half, and that shows that yes, the quality is.
It's not yet there yet.
It's not yet there yet. But then, if Van Dijk is signing the next contract, it will be there for like the next 3, 4, 5 years again. And yes, you can learn off him. But then, as a young player that has played a couple of games, you want to get regular football. Maybe he needs to go on loan somewhere else.
Okay, for Paul Pogba, there's been said we mentioned that last week, and looks like he wants to. Now he's the one originating it. Maybe his case is like what Sam Sasa said about the NFF that they didn't support him. Maybe Juventus did not support Paul Pogba enough, and he wants to terminate his contract.
But I don't think I don't think it's only about support. I think it will be good for him mentally and all to just get a fresh start somewhere else because yes, he has had a lot of issues leaving United. Going back to Juve was supposed to be like the best
going back home,
the best thing since sliced bread, but then he went downhill from there with all the issues he had. So I think he just wants a fresh start, and hopefully he still has a couple of years to offer in football.
Of course, he's just 31.
Because I love Pogba. I love Pogba. He's a player I loved watching. Like
he was supposed to unlock United's midfield, but he threw the key into the lagoon.
The problem, even up till now, nobody has been able to unlock it. So that is why you know that it's not just for Pogba. Even Bruno Fernandes, he has locked himself.
Baba has a party this week. He cannot tell you otherwise. 2 red cards back to back. I say awards. Eric Ten Hag, here they pay you. You know what? Yeah.
No, if you get what dog say, even like say the Bruno don't make him a mission to sack Ten Hag. That red card I must collect.
Okay, talking about United, right now Alejandro Garnacho is also out injured. Guys, what's happening with United? Another injury on the list.
When Garnacho plays, everything happened. Baba, anyway, what injury you get? Before we were saying it's injury. Throughout last season, we were all crying that it was injuries. Now we have those players fit for like the first 5 games, and even in the Europa League, we've not seen them perform. Yes, Garnacho, he has been effective when he came off the bench. He has had a couple of good performances, but then not on the level we want to see. We want to see better than that. Hopefully, the injury is not long term. Forget that I was just joking now. Hopefully, it is not long term.
Your mind no carry out.
We need to see one thing about Garnacho is that. If someone that watches football know that he's not yet there, he's still in his raw form. He's not yet a finished product. So he has a lot to improve. And with the injury he has, he won't be able to participate for Argentina in the international window. Yes. And United are a bit cautious of not allowing, because you have seen players. Luke Shaw went for England. till now, he never come back for United.
So
he said Lucia. I mean, I think was it before their semi-final game in the Euros, where it was said that the Sir Jim had to send him a message like, "Hey, don't get injured."
See, if I'm Lucia, I'll do that. Italian will just terminate his contract because then we were waiting for he was supposed to be back originally, like I think last year,
and he had to go play for England,
and now he got injured again.
Going out for a long period of time.
So I don't think Lucia is not even a conversation.
Guys, I mean, it's been nice chatting with you guys on the Sports Off Show this evening. So much that we've been able to cover in the last 60 minutes. But I mean, let's run down a couple of matches before we call it a wrap. I know we actually ran out of time already, but let's start from the Spanish La Liga. Barca once again over the weekend. Robert Lewandowski, another hat-trick to his name.
Yeah, he's not stopping. I feel like that's like he
forget that. Was it last week he joined the 50 club, scoring 50 goals since he turned 30.
Yes, and he's enjoyed, like as a striker, that's what you want. You want to score goals, and he's still scoring goals, and he now adds the young players around him, the likes of Yamal and
12 goals, 11
those
games.
Players, they just they work for him. Say, Baba, just score, and he'll keep scoring.
This time around, we know who is in charge of the key to Lewandowski scoring.
Yes.
That's as a flick. We saw what he did at
Bayern Munich.
After 9 games, he already has 10 goals.
Flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. I give that to you, bro. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you take a look at it very well, their seasons together at Bayern Munich.
It was not good that they beat Bayern Barca.
Yeah.
Those two were working on 27th minute. He really had an hat-trick.
Yeah. And now let's pick another game from the Italian Serie A. Yesterday, David De Gea saved 2 penalties for Fiorentina. If you take a look at his whole career with I saw a post here. It says was made in in the Spanish La Liga, grew up in Manchester, and now delivering in Italian Serie A.
David De Gea, Dave saves as United fans always call it, but I feel like he didn't really save a lot of penalty at United. I think I remember one against Everton, Leon Baines, fantastic penalty save, but still I feel like he had to take that break to relax, and now he's back, and I think I feel he saved the penalty. The last couple of games ago for them.
Yes, during the Europa Conference.
Yes, he saved them. And it was not just an ordinary game. It was against a Milan side. So very good for him.
Just to put this, Guamata said something that they said it was finished, but now he's number 1. Don't worry, that one. Nah,
I know that right now Eric Ten Hag must be biting his finger.
See, that man is confused.
He's not even biting any finger. I feel like we want goalkeepers to be strikers now. Yeah, I understand that.
They say ball playing, that football is developing.
I understand football.
Super.
Football is evolving still.
I mean, guys, I think we need to find a time to talk about this particular topic. Yeah. Is it that the new crop of managers are killing the excitement of football?
The first job of a goalkeeper is to save. Forget it.
Nothing concern you say we don't play ball.
Save first.
But
even with Guardiola, he had to change goalkeepers before he could get to Ederson. And Ederson now is even considered less shot because of the way City plays. If look for Brazil, Alisson is always the one starting for Brazil because they know Ederson is not very good with his shot stopping. Yes, not like he's a bad player, but Alisson is way ahead of him with his shot stopping. Bring Ederson to a different team and let's see.
No, bring him to United. You will see all his own secrets will come out.
Open.
United fans. Sports Show right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. And guys, this is where we call it a wrap. Okay, let's quickly add this one. Paris Saint-Germain draw points, and Monaco have now moved to top of the French League.
Yeah, I think it will be good. 2 seasons. Last season, I think who won the league last season?
Paris Saint-Germain.
PSG, they won it.
So I feel like same thing that happened with Bayern Leverkusen winning that league ahead of Bayern. I want to see it also in the French league now.
Because Monaco are now 2 points ahead after 7 matches.
They started well, even in the Champions League. Yes, there was a red card against Barca, but they won that game with the red card. So I think it's good seeing them playing good football and coming back to, because Monaco, they have this young squad, young set of players, but they sold a lot of almost all of them in the last couple of years. So now they're trying to build a good squad again, and hopefully they can get back to challenging.
Especially George Lenny Kenna, the Nigerian 18-year-old boy. Hopefully he gets to play for us. No, that one is USA. Away from that, I beg. No, all right, guys, let's call it a wrap for the package now. So I would like to hear your parting shot on the show. Let's start with Wari this evening.
See, for the Super Eagles player, there are 2 people that have a cap now.
Yeah, Amas and
Stanley Mubambali. For people that have played to Saturday, I don't know what is the reason why they are not yet in camp. This is at the code of conduct, the Super Eagles.
I mean, we've seen France players, almost all of them are now in camp.
See, it's only Super Eagles that
Netherlands, I saw pictures of Frimpong and a couple of players also. I feel like you understand the Nigeria factor. Everybody now, I thought they play for foreign team.
But I mean, Victor Boniface is in town, but he's somewhere there playing FIFA with his friends.
Victor Boniface is a regular early comer when it comes to the Super. I'm talking to people like Kelechi and Asho.
No, Kelechi will come last.
No, but
no reason now.
Kelechi said no go play, so maybe
Kelechi go come last.
Kelechi no say no go play, but last me I don't even come first, come last, no concern me. When the game come, I just want to see an improvement of what we've done in the last 2 games, because now we are bringing those. You know, I mentioned this on our show saying if they can bring Eguavon and this coach is back for the next couple of games. Let's see how it goes. I don't mind them taking it a step at a time. And if you see that yes, there's an improvement in what they've done, you can now give them the job, not for like 2-3 years. If it's just a 1-year contract, sign them up for that. Let them build on whatever they are doing.
Is that what you want to submit on the show this evening?
Yes. I think it's a wrap. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pastor. This is many thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show, to all of the silent listeners. We hope that we've been able to serve you the very best of stories coming through from the world of sport. Talk about our expert analysis, serving it to you just the way you like it. One thing I want you to remember is that we can disagree without disagreeing, and then we are just like you as well, just making sure we do our job to keep you informed, keep you enlightened, and keep you entertained about everything happening in the world of sport. We'll be back here on Wednesday 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m, on Friday 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m, and on Saturday 2 to 3 p.m. every morning. We serve you the early morning sports tonic. Talk about our sport in a jiffy, where we give it to you in bits and in pieces. Aldi Jajiboye is signing out this evening. Stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated, and maybe get your favorite beverage this evening, because I know I train in some. I don't want to see some parts of Lagos, because I feel like the rain actually cut across the capital and beyond this evening. So yes, go out there, be the best version of yourself. Don't forget to be kind to people out there, because kindness is cool. I'll see you when I see you once again, and that has to be tomorrow morning on Sport in a Jiffy. On behalf of everyone who's in the studio this evening, I say good night.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impact 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune